Hi, I'm Dan Aubuchon, and welcome back to the Joy of Tennis Teaching. Last week, I asked you to make predictions for who is going to win the men's and women's singles in the US Open. Thanks to Scotty Cameron for being the first one to vote. And my vote, I'll give you here, I'll put it on the site, but I'm picking Alcaraz and Coco Gauff. I haven't been able to reach Coco to fix her serve, but I like her and I like her competitiveness, so I'm picking that one. This video is also going to be the last video for the summer season. I won't be back until September doing a video. I'm going to take a break and enjoy the US Open tennis. This is the first week of the 3 weeks of the US Open. It's not officially part of the tournament, it's the fan week, but this week they're doing something different where they're doing a special mixed doubles tournament with 16 teams with a lot of the top singles players from the men and women. And it's been interesting watching the initial matches this morning. They're doing the fast four, short set format, no ad scoring, so the matches going by very quickly. And very interestingly, the teams that understand how to play doubles are winning, not just the bashers with singles. So as a former doubles specialist, I like that very much. Now, I'm going to switch hats, and this is the hat from the USTA National Tennis Center in Orlando, Florida, because the biggest news in tennis teaching this week came out of the USTA. The USTA announced and opened up and for signups USTAcoaching.com. For many years, it's been discussed that the USTA was going to get involved in the certification and support of teaching professionals, and now they're doing it. In every other country in the world, the national governing body also licenses and certifies their tennis coaches. That's always been different in the US. In the US, the USPTA started in 1927, and due to market forces has recently changed its name to the Racket Sports Professional Association. In the 70s, Dennis Van der Meer started the PTR, the Professional Tennis Registry, which also now is the PPR for Professional Pickleball Registry. And Dan Santorum, who was the big executive director for many, many years for PTR, is now starting up his own teaching professional organization. So the US is going to have 4 different organizations. I think the USTA is going to be the one that wins as far as tennis goes, because the USTA has the most money, the most reach, the most marketing power, and they're focusing on just 2 things: tennis in the USA. The other organizations are doing pickleball, padel, squash. They're doing multi-racket sports, which is where the industry is going as far as your jobs. But I'm a tennis coach and I love tennis, so I was very interested and I spent a lot of this week reading about and checking out the USTA.com coaching site. So for those of you based in the US, I would suggest that you go ahead and do that. Now, another thing that happens at the end of the summer is the sports world picks up, and the big attention getter in late August and early September is baseball, because it's coming to the end of the long baseball season and teams are jockeying for playoffs. And this hat is for my beloved Boston Red Sox, who are in the hunt for a wild card and have a good shot at making the playoffs. They've been kind of inconsistent and up and down this year, but I'm rooting for them. And especially this weekend, because one of the biggest rivalries in all of sports is the New York Yankees versus the Boston Red Sox. And that's going to be taking place this weekend. But I'm not going to be wearing my Red Sox hat during those games. I'm going to be wearing a special hat. Now, some of you might think, oh my God, Dan's gone over to the Yankees side. That's what I used to wear this hat at the camp in Maine to confuse all the New York kids. They would look at this and think it was a Yankees hat, but this is a very special hat. This hat is the New York Yankee hater hat, which I wear for all of the Boston, New York games. And it's a very rare hat and hard to find. I found it at a little shop up in northern Maine many years ago. So back to the US Open. The mixed doubles and the qualifying for the singles are going on this week. And it's also fan week. So if you're in the New York area, go. There's no charge. And you'll have a great time. Starting this Sunday, it's going to be the first time the US Open has ever started on a Sunday. We'll start the event on the singles, and it's going to go for 15 days. And the US Open is going to finish on September 7th, which is an important day in sports in the US because that is the opening Sunday of the NFL football season. By far, the most popular sport in the United States is football, American football, the National Football League, and my team is the New England Patriots. So when I come back, I will give you the winner of the US Open, the winner of our contest, the standings for the Red Sox, and most importantly of all, the starting weekend of the NFL football. So that's it from your sports desk here. I hope you all go out there and enjoy tennis especially.